The jungle pressed in, a suffocating blanket of humidity and unseen eyes. Reyes tasted grit and recycled protein paste, a familiar cocktail of despair and exhaustion. His left arm throbbed, a souvenir from the Firebase Kestrel's final, chaotic moments. Status report, he rasped into his comm, the signal crackling with static. Sharma's patching through diagnostics. It's less bad, came Volkov's reply, the voice strained with urgency. We're rerouting Valkyrie's squadron. Eater, 40 minutes. Can you hold? Holding isn't exactly an option, Commander, Reyes replied, scanning the dense foliage. Jackson groaned nearby, his bioplasma burns radiating heat. We're scattered, and those things are still out there. Sharma's voice, tight with anxiety, cut in. Commander, I'm picking up unusual energy signatures. Consistent with the Cathar. They're adapting, Reyes muttered, remembering the relentless, almost predictive attacks during the Firebase's defense. Sharma, can you isolate the source? Attempting, Sharma responded, fingers flying across the handheld console. I'm also detecting something else. A localized distortion, almost like a signal. Suddenly, Reyes froze. A flicker of movement in the undergrowth. Not the rustling of a jungle creature, but something deliberate. He raised his weapon, his breath catching in his throat. Contact! He barked into the comm. A swarm of Cathar emerged from the shadows, smaller and faster than those they'd encountered previously. They moved with a terrifying synchronicity, their chitinous bodies reflecting the dappled sunlight. Fall back! Volkov's voice was sharp with panic. Valkyrie is on approach. Buy them some time. The squad scattered, firing bursts of plasma, the jungle echoing with the screams of the Cathar and the desperate cries of the Terran soldiers. Jackson stumbled, nearly falling, but Reyes hauled him to his feet. Move it! Reyes yelled, pushing him forward. As they retreated, Reyes caught another flicker of movement in the periphery. A single Cathar, significantly larger than the others, paused, its multifaceted eyes seeming to fix directly on him. It didn't attack, it simply watched asterisk. Then the new signal flooded his comm. A clear, concise transmission that bypassed all security protocols. A schematic, detailed to a microscopic level. A Cathar biodrome. What the Reyes started, his blood running cold. The transmission ended with a single line of text asterisk. The cycle continues. Asterisk. He tried to trace the origin of the signal, but it vanished as quickly as it appeared. The signal had been so pure, so asterisk clean asterisk, that it was impossible to trace. Then another message popped up on his internal HUD, an image attached. It was a photograph. A grainy black and white image taken from a distance. A photograph of Reyes, standing guard near the perimeter wall of Firebase Kestrel, just hours before the attack. Beneath the photograph, 3 words asterisk were watching. Asterisk. He stared at the image, the jungle pressing in around him, the sounds of battle fading into a distant hum. He felt a cold dread settle in his stomach, a sense of violation that went deeper than the physical wounds he carried. Commander, he said into the comm, his voice barely a whisper. I think we have a bigger problem than just the Cathar. The Valkyrie transport roared overhead, its engines shattering the oppressive silence. A beacon of hope in a sea of despair. But Reyes knew with a chilling certainty that hope alone wouldn't be enough. Someone was pulling the strings. Someone was orchestrating this entire conflict, and they were watching him. He looked up at the Valkyrie, then back at the photograph on his HUD. The face in the image, his own, was etched with a mixture of exhaustion and defiance. He had a feeling this wasn't over. Not by a long shot. The cycle, whatever it was, had only just begun.